And I think there's a greater agenda at play here, which is in charge of all of this.
What's the agenda?
The agenda is control. It's always control. It's power, and that's it. And, you know, why would they teach you to be an entrepreneur? They don't want you to be an Elon Musk. They hate Elon Musk. Why do they hate him? They're obsessed with this ESG narrative, and yet he's literally doing Tesla cars. How does that make sense? He's literally trying to improve the human life by extending it to another planet and all this, and they don't like him. He paid the most taxes, and that's still not enough. Why? Because he is an example that you can achieve and you can do more and you can be better. He also has multiple women and multiple children because he can, right? Unethical, not ethical, it doesn't really matter. As long as everybody involved knows the case and is consensual and everything's fine, then whatever. But ultimately, why would they teach you to take more risk? It doesn't make sense. But I do think with everything that's going on in the world right now, COVID and everything like that, we've sort of realized that actually this idea that we had in the 20th century whereby, you know, have a nice safety net, everything's going to be okay, actually isn't the best plan, which is why I love Bitcoin, because I'm like, well, that's my safety net. Like that's my rainy day, you know, when if I don't want to put an injection inside my body and I want to protest like the truckers in Canada, I don't have to worry about my money being confiscated because I hold Bitcoin. That's where like my interest in Bitcoin comes from. I feel like it's that safety. It allows me to be sovereign, whether I need to flee a country because of a lockdown, whatever it is, you know, I'm obviously here, not in London anymore. That was very easy for me because, you know, my Bitcoin's just wherever it is and I can just move that. So I think that with everything going on in the world right now, COVID, vaccines, the war on masculinity, feminism going crazy, rejecting whatever it means to be soft and feminine, has woken people up and has pushed them completely the other way. And I'm really excited. And I think as well, like back in 2015 when Trump won the election, people didn't expect him to win. And I was in university at the time, and my lecturer, who was just a very typical, you know, professor, lefty and all this, I said to her, Trump's going to win. And she was like, oh, no, he won't. Absolutely not. Laughing at me. Very posh aristocrat kind of, yeah. And I said, you'll see. And of course he won because people are fed up. People are tired. And that's why I'm so excited about Bitcoin. Like, I don't care about the price. I just know that this is a way for people to opt out of all this bullshit, which is only going to get worse. I mean, 2030, you'll have, what is it? You'll own nothing and be happy. What the hell is that? Like, how do you sit still and just be like, oh, okay, I'll own nothing and be happy?
I think a lot about the difference between, like, I call it like the boardroom or the street, right? So in the boardroom is really just a way to describe like the mainstream talking points, the institutions, like all the things that are associated with people wearing suits and ties to work, doing what they're supposed to do, work at a company for 40 years, like all of these things that our grandparents or parents probably did because there was really no other option. They didn't know that. And they just kind of passed along. And that's just what people were supposed to do. But then like the streets or the street knowledge is really the internet now.
Yeah.
And there's a whole collection of people, and it's growing bigger and bigger every single day, who are like, this is insane. Like, what is going on? There's literally an account on Twitter, Clown World, that has like 250,000 followers that grew in, I don't know, a year or so. And all it uses is 2 emojis.
Wow.
It uses a clown face and it uses a world emoji. And it just retweets things that other people are putting out in the world and just says, this is insane. And it says it with 2 emojis. And it's like, how powerful of an idea to simply just like put a mirror up to the insanity and just say to everyone, like, this is what you guys agree with. And so when you start to look at this, going to this like pendulum idea, it used to be very much kind of on hypermasculinity, a very self-sovereign type approach. Families had a very kind of nuclear basis and were very interested in what they were supposed to do and how that worked. It swung completely in the other direction. And you can argue that many times it swung not because there was like some evil secret plan. I think a lot of times people just, hey, there's a problem and like we want to try to address the problem. And it was good intentions, but the pendulum swung pretty far. And you can look at the safety in cities, you can look at family kind of dynamics, you can look at all these different things. But to your point, it feels like it's coming back. And now people are like, this is fucking insane. And one of the things that I use as a proxy for this is when I see things go viral, what's the message? Because something that goes viral really only goes viral for 1 or 2 reasons. Either everyone's like, yes, this, like this, I resonate with this, like is something that I agree with. Or oh my God, look how crazy this person is. Like, this is insanity, whatever. In both of those cases now, like I've actually seen over the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, multiple videos of women saying a lot of what you're saying in terms of like the kind of feminist movement is like dumb, essentially. I didn't see that 2 years ago.
Hey you, did you like this video? Great, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.